your shirt off.
Take your shirt off.
It's the shirtless plantain show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Shirtless Plantain Show. I'm Tosin, and this is...
Puneet.
Of course, that's Puneet. We have a guest with us today. If you've listened to us for a long time, you know he's been here before.
I have.
Mahershala Ali.
I am.
Yeah.
I just got done doing the film.
Yeah.
How's Blade coming along?
Oh, it's really well. It's really well. I did Rami season 3.
Okay.
Well, I wasn't in that one, but
No.
I still got money from it. But,
Oh, fair enough.
yeah.
I mean,
Actually, they filmed that shit right next to my apartment.
they probably used your apartment.
Yeah,
specifically.
like when I was coming out, when it was like, oh, they're gonna have a season 3 or not.
Yeah.
I'm coming out my apartment, I see a bunch of trailers. I'm like, first of all, I'm trying to get my little chai latte and confetti cookie, and I cannot believe these motherfuckers are blocking my way. And then,
Do you hear this? He said chai latte and confetti.
bro,
The confetti cookies
you
got
say
me.
that. Try it. I'm telling you.
The
once-
chai latte I can co-sign, but the confetti cookie,
I'm like in
I
my
don't know.
complete white woman phase at this
Okay.
point. Like, we don't live the same life anymore.
You grew up.
I grew up. I
Yeah.
got a nice apartment in New York City.
I love
I'm
that
doing
for you.
well. But
Truly.
yeah, they had like the trailers and everything.
Mhm.
And it's like still at that moment where nobody knew if they were gonna have a season 3.
Yeah.
I took a picture. I was like, "Hey, everybody, they're gonna have a season 3."
Now they got no choice.
Right outside, and I'm walking past like the little food station.
Yeah.
I'm like, "You guys looking for some extras? Like, you want me to beat them up? I could be like a
Henchman.
like a hench or like a black dude who's just like randomly.
You don't even gotta
jumping.
say that. You just walk onto the set till they tell you get off.
Yeah, but
That's
like it looks so professional.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, this is like what living in New York is. You walk out and like
Random stuff just happens all
Rami's
the time.
season 3 is filming.
That's
and they won't
literally
let
the
you-
dream that people sell. Like, oh, they're filming in your neighborhood, and you walk out and
They're
you're
always filming shit though, and that like it bothers me so much because then it really ruins my morning routine.
Yeah.
Like
Well, I used to
chai
do-
latte,
Mhm.
confetti cookie. I'm walking back. I'm listening to like some nice like classical music. Trying to get my
What's the classical music we're listening to?
like sometimes some Bach. I'm not listening to some.
You're
Bach.
really setting the tone nice.
I know,
today.
like I go to what's the name, Carnegie Hall all the time.
Oh, I
Orchestra of St. Louis.
I thought classical music like Wu-Tang or something like that.
Nah, I can't be caught like that. I'm already in Flatbush. It's wild out there. I gotta do something to elevate myself.
No Flatbush zombies?
Yeah, nah, yeah. Shit's aggressive out there. You ever been to Church Avenue?
I don't really like to go there, but like
It's
fair enough.
aggressive, bro.
I'm close enough, but far enough.
He's in
Like
the
I had
proximity.
when I was doing my hair recently,
Yeah.
they were supposed to do the two strands.
Okay.
But like I went into this place and then it was just like these like like immigrant African women. And the lady just like took out the 2 strands and just like retwisted it. Now, I'm not gonna be in this small space with all these African women and go like, you did this shit wrong. I was like, all right, I guess
Maybe I did.
yeah,
it
I
wrong.
was like, she knows better than I do.
Yeah.
She's been on this
I didn't
earth.
clarify it.
Yeah. I paid her. I even gave her like a nice tip. I was like, let me get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And so ever since then, I've been wearing this hair. That's how Church Avenue is for me. That's how like Flatbush is for me.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? It's my fault.
Yeah.
You guys look like you've been
100%.
here a long time. Like you,
I'm disturbing your
yeah,
peace.
I'm the intruder.
Yeah.
I'm the gentrifier.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like broker a peace treaty here.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But this is the longest intro we've ever done.
Yeah.
I think that intro like lasted way too long. We almost started the podcast. But we have to start this off with saying rest in peace to Grant Wall. All of us is like we've had our own interactions with Grant. He came on the podcast. You know Grant. So it's just tragic. I mean, he is the pioneer of like soccer journalism in America.
Yeah.
Like without Grant, we don't really have a lot of things that we have now. So hell of a career, man. Like literally started outside of Princeton and just did what he did. Like it's just tragic. It hit me so hard. Like when I found out, I was just like, dang, like he was here yesterday. Like he was like tweeted that day and like just not there anymore. You know?
Yeah. It's so interesting because like, well, not interesting. Like Grant and I tweeted about this. We knew each other because I called him an idiot online.
Sounds like Zito.
Sounds like a Twitter interaction.
It's like you've seen it. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't matter how big you are. If you're being like dumb and I see it, I'm just like, oh, like, look at him being dumb. So like I had called him an idiot. Him and I were going at it, and then like he DM'd me. And we were still kind of going at it. And then days later, like he messaged me back and he was like, hey, I read your work. You're really good, blah, blah. I think we started off on the wrong foot. Like, how, like, can I take you out to lunch? All of this. And I was like, he's trying to get me killed. Like, he's trying to set me up. There's no other way. But then I was like, all right, if anything, I know I could beat him up if push comes to shove. And so we go out to lunch. It was very, like, he took me to, like, this very fancy place. He paid for it. I was like, oh, of course, like, I'm not coming out unless somebody's paying for it.
Yeah.
But then we ate lunch. We talked for like 3-4 hours. And then he was like, look, if you ever want to, like, work at Sports Illustrated, all of this, let me know. Like, I can make some connections for you, all of that. But then, like, we just steadily just became friends. And you know how I am. Like, I'll just show up at random places.
Always.
And then Grant will always be like, there as well. I'm like, damn it. But then we'll be like, you know, we'll talk, we'll, you know, catch up and everything. Yeah. So it was just like this consistent meeting, and he was always like making himself available, always making this, like, everything that he had, he always made it available to you. And I think all the stories that came out about him afterwards are about like the generosity, like the kindness, like 100%. The sort of extension, how he was this connection between the sort of, you know, the top of the hierarchy when it comes to American soccer journalism, and also for like the younger people. Yeah. It didn't matter if you were just like starting a podcast, if you were just starting a magazine, like Grant was always going to extend himself to you. Yeah. And, you know, I think that is a thing that we don't have much of. So like the people who are like that stand out, you know. Whenever you see those big type of journalists, they close up shop. They 100%. Hang out with their same people. They see you as like a little person who's like intruding on your space. Yep. But Grant is just like, come out here, do this. Like, I'll help you. Like, I'll support you. It was like, but, you know, one of the last messages that he sent me while he was in Qatar was, you know, he did that Good Rivals.
Literally about to say the same thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's like, hey, I would love to catch up. Also, like, we're doing this thing. I won't be there. You should go. And of course he knew like my answer is going to be like, no. And then he sent a message like, there's going to be some wealthy, like old money people there. And I was like, damn it, he's got me again. But yeah, he's like, you know, I miss seeing you. Like, let's hang out once I get back. And I was like, yeah, of course I would love to hang out. So it's like very devastating just reading those messages back and going like, wow, like let's hang out. Then it would never happen after the World Cup. Yeah. And yeah,
I think everyone has a story who like has talked to Grant. Everyone has a story about him. Like, everyone knows me on Twitter. Like, I'm insane. Like, I'm even shocked sometimes I still have a job. But like, that's the grace of God.
I've been trying to get him to fire you. But
if you had a job, you should have got your ass beat over Twitter sometimes.
Bro, you know how many times I've emailed his job? Like, hey, get this man
Listen,
off.
I'm a 6'3" Nigerian man. You cannot touch me. I got a prayer in your about mother. Good luck. Your punch apart, you bounce back. But it's funny because it's like I'm real like just insane on Twitter. So when Grant followed me, I like messaged one of my homies like, why is Grant Wall following me? Does he not know who I am? I was like, this is like, yo, do you know what I say on Twitter? Like you shouldn't be following me. Like, you're a big time journalist.
Yeah, like you have a name.
Yeah,
we're here making fun of FIFA executives getting arrested.
Yeah, like Grant, like you work with some of these players that call names.
Yeah.
Like, why are you following me? But he just literally was just like, I love the way you see the game. And I'm just like, why? Just like, why? Like, why do you like the way? But he became such a cool person to me, and we were just like, you know, would always message randomly sometimes. And then last month he messaged me about the Good Rivals thing. Yeah. He was just like, yo, like I would love, you know, I'm really enjoying what you're doing with your career, and like I'm really proud of what, you know, direction you've been in the last couple of years. And I'm just like, dang, I might have been doing some cool stuff if you're noticing it. So, you know, he was like, when I come back from Qatar, like, you know, definitely we have to hang out for sure. Like for the first time, I was like, all right, I'm excited. It's like when Grant comes back, like, you know, World Cup finals, like in like a couple of weeks, it's like, yeah, I'll definitely see him afterwards. We're in the same city. And so when he died, I was just like, dude, like, I just have to appreciate everybody more. Like the people that, you know, that you care about. I think that's the one thing that I learned from his death is just like, we have to really just generally appreciate everybody that's in our lives. Yeah. Because you never know what tomorrow's going to bring. And it still hits me because it's just like, you're looking at people just every day, just having different messages. Like Jenny Chu had something, Christine had something, even Brent, it was like, yo, like, we all are in this same circle, in these same, you know, and everybody has something really positive to say about him. So for me, it's just like, that's just kind of how you need to live your life, because if everybody has so many good things to say, you know, it just shows that you're just a great person.
That was the biggest takeaway, because everyone had something great to say about Grant, how he just extended, like you said, he extended himself to everyone, which is a great testament of like what a person he was. Doesn't matter. 2 years ago, we were just shooting the shit on the podcast, and he's like, I'll hop on with you guys. Yeah. Had no means.
Podcast was your idea, to be honest, because we were doing YouTube, and I don't know where I was.
So when they come to arrest somebody, he's going first.
100%.
Yeah,
right. We're sending them back to India. Yeah. They're not even going to American prison.
Yeah.
We're straight back to India.
I'm gonna go straight back to India.
Yeah,
I'd be alright.
You say that.
I'd be all right.
They're gonna look at you like, oh, you got Gucci on.
They take that away at the airport, I'd be all right.
No, but he started the idea, and like we asked him, random was like, yo, would you love to come to the podcast?
Mm-hmm.
Grant comes to the podcast. I'm like, why is the guy who did LeBron James Sports Illustrated first cover coming on our podcast? In my mind, it wasn't clicking, but that's just how
he was casual as hell, man. He was shooting the shit with us like it was convo to bar.
Yeah, and the funniest thing is you just learn so much about him, and like one of the coolest things about Grant is like it's like I don't collect soccer jerseys.
He's all about the shorts.
I wear soccer shorts.
Yeah, he's always working out in this little rowing machine.
Yeah.
He told about the rowing machine, told about
Exactly.
his dogs, and I was just like, dang, like this is a really cool guy. So just long story short, to say like rest in peace, Grant Wall. Like your life, was amazing, and everyone has nothing but nice things to say about him, man. So
yeah.
I just think it's so funny that him and I started off like,
Right.
I'm about to fight this dude. And it's like, all right, sure, we're friends.
He did something to me, like, cause I criticized Derek Ray. Shout out Derek Ray, by the way. And
He's
Grant's
your homie now.
yeah, Derek Ray's the homie now. But Grant was just like, that's a good guy. And I was just like, well, he's saying shit about African teams. I was just like, I don't like that. And Grant was just like,
he's really good. Like I think the thing I like about Grant is like he's really good at defending his friends.
yeah.
And like that instinct, the thing that's also good about that instinct is like he's also understanding. Like he'll defend his friends, but then if you explain the situation, he's like, okay, like I get it, but like he's also just like especially online, a lot of times people become like projections of your idea of them, or like you're getting mad at Derek Ray the commentator, and like Derek Ray the person might not even be like that. Yeah. It's like the thing that I had with Stu Holden, and I had to explain to him where it's like he made that mistake of like the pace and power shit. Yeah. And I called it out because like most World Cup, I'll just call it out. Like, hey, how many minutes do we get to like a commentator brings up pace and power for African teams? And Stu took it so personally. Like he thought that I was commenting on like Stu Holden a person, like, oh, you're racist. And I was like, no, like it's not just that it's a lazy bias, but it's what you say when you're not thinking, or like when you haven't thought it. And so, which is interesting because like in the second half, like everybody brought it up that he was about to comment on like physicality and power, and then he caught himself. And then he like started like using other language and like actually talking about what he sees instead of like falling into like the tropes.
Look at that, bullying works.
I keep saying that. It's my whole life. My whole life
he
is a
deleted his
testament
tweet
to
too. You remember about the other day? Shout out to Stu Holden, man. You remember the tweet he had about what is Stu?
Was it Taylor
Twelman.
Taylor. You're thinking of Taylor Twelman. Oh no, about the RG3.
Yes.
Let's not even bring that up. But
context.
Yes.
Shout out Taylor Twelman, man.
Yeah, I think what Grant really understood is like sort of like I said, bridging that gap, because usually when we're watching these matches and listening to these commentators, it's like your idea of them is the commentator. Yeah. But like Grant usually knows them personally, and he knows like who's a bad person and who's not a bad person. Yeah. So, but he's also understand like, hey, this is a lazy trope. Like he should, as a commentator, he should be better than this. Yeah. So I think him being like that bridge was very helpful in like numerous amounts of ways. Whether it's like bringing people into that world, or like showing you that the people inside that world aren't as far as they seem.
Yeah, I think the saddest part about it is like we have the World Cup here in 4 years, and Grant won't be there, and that's like where Grant should be.
Yeah, like he built up the journalism for it. Like he's covered it more than anybody else has covered at the American soccer. So yeah, it's very, very strange to like not have basically the king of American soccer journalism there
at the World Cup. Yeah, so it's like all I'm saying is like all of us are definitely going to work that World Cup. Just have to keep.
I mean, don't say all of us. Like,
I mean,
I'm not rich like you guys.
Even rich. I'm an accountant, man. I gotta be 9 to 5 in the desk.
Accountants. I know how much money accountants in New York make. What are you talking about?
Who else is an accountant? Look, that movie. We know exactly what accountants do.
Yeah, he just said I'm an accountant, bro. I've been to the financial district.
Accountant and football don't mix, man.
It does.
What are you talking about? I know how much money is going to that
cover
World
my
Cup.
ass right now.
Yeah, I know how much money is going in there.
Speaking of football, what do you think about the World Cup? Let's talk about the World Cup.
There's a lot going on.
That's why we're talking.
It's stressing me out.
Finals on Sunday. By the time this comes out, it'll probably be dated. But you got a winner on Sunday.
Yes, I already went to the Amazon Prime show with Master. Like Master Tez.
Okay.
And I already declared that Argentina was going to win. I declared this like a month ago.
Okay.
And then when they lost to Saudi Arabia, I was like, well, I can always fake my death. Yeah. But Yeah, like Argentina for me, like it's not even like, oh, here's the analysis of why Argentina was winning. I'm just like, if Argentina doesn't win, I'm gonna be in tears, and nobody wants to see that. Yeah. So let Argentina win. I'm ready to bargain with God.
Yeah.
Are you though? Are you though?
I will behave for like 2 weeks.
That's
the craziest thing I've seen on Twitter about Argentina is somebody said they sacrificed Maradona for this. Like, why do you have to be like this? People have no sense. Like,
the football world is
it's
a
dark.
cesspool of darkness, bro.
Dark.
Like it's not for regular.
Someone
people.
said the response was like, "Yeah, that's why Brazil didn't win because Pele doesn't want to give up." I was like, "Why are y'all so dark?"
Goddamn,
a hive of scum and villainy. That's what football Twitter
That one is crazy. Holy hell!
Yeah.
I'm like, they're all going to hell.
One thing I will say though about Argentina is that like you can see it. If this makes any sense, please let me know if it does or it doesn't. They're playing for Messi, and Messi's playing for them.
Oh yeah. I made that comment. It's actually going to be in the ESPN article that I'm writing. Ooh. But like fancy. Flex.
Nice little plug-in.
Yeah, like I think it's one of the things that I've said is like the difference between this Argentina team and like the previous Argentina teams is that like when he was younger, he was playing against like not just like direct colleagues, but people that he grew up idolizing a little bit. You're playing next to Riquelme. Riquelme's playing for Riquelme. Yeah. Right? Like you're not like he's
playing next to Aymar.
Yeah, like you're playing next to Aymar. Like they're not looking at Messi like, oh my God, we need to make sure he wins.
We gotta help him
out. But the
out.
difference here is like not just that these players are younger and grew up idolizing him, but a lot of them also went through those heartbreaks with him, like those lose from 2014 to like 2021 was just pure heartbreak. Remember, I was at the Copa America in New Jersey when he retired. I was like the last person in that media room because I didn't want to be stuck in traffic, and I was like, "You guys got to drive. I just got to hop on a train." Yeah, and I was sitting there and I was still working at Vox Media, SB Nation at the time. And everybody's left. It was, because he was just in the mix zone and he just got done. And it was like, I'm literally just watching it on the TV because like the lights are out and everything. And like he was announcing that he was retired. And I texted my boss. I was like, hey, I think Messi just retired from Argentina. He's like, what? I was like, yeah, I think Messi just said that he retired from Argentina. But it was like, remember all those pictures of him crying. Like it was like 4 years consistently.
And Alexis Sanchez in the background.
Yeah, like everybody, I've never seen, the way that I put it is like, it's almost like they tore him down completely. Like I've never seen a man so emotionally broken to the point where he's like, not just retiring because he's like past it or whatever. He's just like, my spirit can't take it anymore.
They really broke his spirit.
Yeah. Like all the young players have seen that. Like they grew up idolizing him. They see
Julian Alvarez. I saw his picture like 10 years ago.
Yeah. Or like the biggest one is like Emiliano Martinez, who's come out. Like I put like when they won the Copa America, he came out, he said, I would die for him. Yeah.
He's really with the shit.
He left Arsenal to play for Aston Villa for the specific reason that he wanted to be able to make the national team so he could win Messi a trophy. Yeah. Like all the players are just like, we will run through the wall for this tiny motherfucker.
Yo, you know what's crazy about Argentina? They got a thug pipeline.
Bro,
listen to this. No, listen.
Banega taught them well.
No, listen, it's like Banega. So Diego Simeone, he basically was Maradona's bodyguard.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And then that turned into Mascherano. And that turned into Banega. No, it was like him to Banega to Mascherano to Rodrigo de Paul. It's like a thug
Rodrigo
pipeline.
de Paul is a bodyguard, bro. Like, he's really good at the sport. Yeah. But that man is like, if you touch Messi, he's just like, I will stab you.
You know how they have those dogs at the junkyards? Yeah. And they protect the junkyard?
Yeah.
That's Rodrigo de Paul.
Acuna is like that too.
Yeah.
I've never, look.
Did you see the picture of Modric giving Messi a hug after the game?
Yes.
You know who's in the background? Looking? Yeah. Rodrigo de Paul.
But like Acuna, I was like, this man's not good at footballing activities.
No.
Like all my tweets during Argentina games were just like, he is my spiritual punishment. Like he exists solely to make me feel bad about the sport. Yeah. Like I was like, I've never seen a fullback not make runs forward. Like one of the most classic Messi things is he goes to like the right center of the pitch, receives the ball, turns to the left. And the fullback should be on a full sprint because that side is going to be free because everybody's overloaded. And he's going to send them.
Acuna's like, nah, I ain't doing this shit.
Alba made a living from that. Like, all of his fullbacks have made a living. It's literally the easiest way for you to get assist and goals. Because he is absolutely going to pinpoint that ball to your feet every single time. This man would just stand right there. Messi would receive the ball and he would be standing right there. And I was like, I swear to God, I'm going to fly to Qatar and choke you out. And but he's a bodyguard as well. Like you touch Messi and he's just like, bro.
Acuna's more than a bodyguard though. He's some NYPD shit on that.
Yeah.
Acuna.
Yeah. That's a police officer.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, he makes Eric Adams proud.
Yeah,
for sure.
Like he is.
Lisandro Martinez, another thug.
Oh, like all of them though. Like
Otamendi.
Bro, Emiliano is just like that is a classic deranged keeper.
Yeah.
I keep saying, like, if he was in the 90s or 2000s, he would be legendary.
100%.
Yeah. Because this man is out of his mind.
Like, you know who would be in 2000s? He'd be Oliver Kahn.
Yes, he talks so much shit to everyone.
Do you remember the Copa America they won?
Yeah.
Like when he saved
Bro,
the penalty?
he was talking shit to... He is incredible. Like, he's talking shit to the penalty takers. He's talking shit to the ref. He saves one. He's looking at the crowd. He's like grabbing his... I'm like, bro.
My Spanish is very limited, but I heard him say some stuff during the game, like after they won. I was like, I know my Spanish is that good, but you shouldn't be saying that.
That's rude. Yeah, that guy has a family.
When they beat Netherlands, he was in the mix zone telling Van Gaal to shut the fuck up. Yeah. And I was like, this is incredible.
Oh, you know what? After each kick, he was talking that shit.
You know when I knew that this was Argentina's time? Messi scored, and he went to do a Kelmer celebration in front of LVG.
Bro, I'm like... Yeah,
that's Helmet right there.
Y'all team of destiny. This is meant for you.
Like I've written a little bit about like Messi's change of attitude, about how he's gone like a complete 180, going from like all the criticisms that he used to get, which is like he's very removed, he's very impassionate, like he doesn't seem like he cares, and now he's behaving like how Diego would behave. We're just like, bro, like I said, because this team is so much young, or like because they're young and grew up idolizing it, and they will run through a wall for him. He comes to their defense like
all the time.
Like all the time. Like he went to like Van Gaal, and he's talking shit to him. Like he was in the mix zone telling the Dutch player, like called him an idiot, told him to keep walking. Like
I thought he said that to Van Gaal to keep walking.
No, he told that to who's the guy who scored the 2 goals for the Netherlands?
Oh, Wout van Horst.
Yeah. He said it to him because like, you know, they were talking shit to Martinez, Lautaro Martinez. Yeah. Like Messi does not play about any of those players. Yeah. Like he's like Martinez will save a goal. Emiliano will save a penalty. Like Messi's running over, like full body hug. I'm like, bro, you are 5'7". You cannot be jumping on people like this.
It is crazy because it's just like I'm now realizing that we're old as shit because I'm looking at
he's about to retire.
No, listen, I'm watching Walter Samuel as a coach. I'm watching Pablo Aimar. I'm watching Scaloni as a coach.
Tevez and Crespo, man, they're coaches now too. Tevez and Crespo.
Yes, bro. You know what's crazy as well? You know who's a coach for Croatia? Mandzukic is a coach.
Oh yeah,
is he?
Yeah, that's why he got a red card when they played against Argentina. He got a red card in the 34th minute,
which is a classic.
Yeah,
which is so classic. Yeah. I love that.
Like you see all these coaches that we grew up like Deschamps, right? Like, I tweet it all the time.
The shit that makes you feel old is that Messi's gonna retire. This is his last World Cup.
Yeah,
like 100%. I literally saw this man make his debut.
Yeah,
2006.
Yeah, I saw him make his debut for Argentina. He got a red card a few minutes into his debut. I'll make you feel
even older. Guess whose sons were playing against each other last week?
I saw that Van Persie
and Schneider.
I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go lay down.
My boy Shaquille.
Yeah.
Yo, Van Persie's kid. That's when I realized, wow,
that's a saucy kid too. I love him.
He passed the name test. Shaquille Van Persie. It's a great name.
He looks just like his dad out there.
He plays just like his dad. Like if you've ever seen them training, it's not even just like the same left foot. Like literally the same mannerisms,
exactly.
Like the same way he controls the ball, the same way he shoots, everything. I'm like, I've never seen somebody just like go 3D print themselves out.
Do you know who I feel sorry for the most though? What's Aguero's kid?
Yeah, I mean,
his grandfather's Diego Maradona.
Yeah,
his dad is Sergio Aguero, and his godfather's Lionel Messi.
I know.
I mean, my guy might as well just go into like art design, or like, he's gonna be an incredible art director.
Yeah, that's the thing.
He's playing ball.
No, let's see how long it lasts.
When that's your bloodline, you got to go out and do something nice, like open a coffee shop, open a restaurant.
He's gonna be a director,
like Totti's kid. I think Totti's kid has the fashion line.
Yeah, like, you gotta. It has to pass a couple of generations before you come back.
Like
to football.
Look at Beck's kids; they ain't hooping, man. Let's be honest.
Okay, but like Beck's kids are pretty as shit.
Yeah,
like there's no way. Yeah. Like when you're that like pretty, there's no way that you're gonna like
get away with that. Yeah.
My problem is though,
what's up?
A lot of these younger players now, and like these rich kids, even the NBA and NFL, like you see their kids. I need my players to come from the ghetto.
Yes,
I need the poverty. That's why I said Osimhen is better than Tammy Abraham because guess what Osimhen has that Tammy didn't. Osman grew up in
Struggle.
Lagos.
It's from the trenches.
He was selling pure water on Third Mainland Bridge.
There's just some things you can't gain from the field. You
Like,
gotta gain that from like.
I don't want a kid that grew up in Chelsea Academy. I want a kid that grew up in Lagos with no food.
You're not wrong though,
eating
man.
sardines and bread. That's what I want.
Real racks of riches.
Okay, give me that poor listen, we had this conversation in one of my group chats today. I would be horrible scouts because all I want is the poor dudes.
Yeah.
There's a story about Michael Laudrup, one of the coaches of Barcelona. I think it's Barcelona Real Madrid, was just like, Laudrup be the best player in the world ever.
Wow. How dare you just say Real Madrid like that?
Easy. Listen, he said he said Laudrup be the best player in the world. The only problem is he didn't grow up poor.
Yeah, I've heard that story.
That's such a terrible thing, man.
We're glorifying poverty. Like,
Glorifying poverty, bro.
why you think Tevez was so good?
Yeah.
And why you think I believe in Anthony? Anthony was like, yo, 4 years ago I was sleeping in the bed with my dad. You know what? Give me that guy right there.
That's why
Bro, what I like so much
why-
about Anthony is you could just see that they're gonna abuse him, and that boy is like, I'm gonna keep doing it.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I'll keep doing it.
Are you
It's
gonna stop
they
me? No.
sweep him off his foot. He's like, just for that, another one. I'm like, bro, I appreciate it.
Yeah. So what do you think about
Like, I'm so happy you grew up in this era because if this was like 5-10 years ago, they would have butchered you.
Yo, what do you think about this World Cup overall though? Like Morocco, all these stories that we have, like just
I
overall.
think it's been exciting, right? Like I think, I wish I would have bet on Morocco because apparently they just decided to be the Croatia of like this season. But I think the World Cup has been good from a chaotic standpoint, which is
100%.
where I come from, right? Like it's
Yeah.
like Germany getting knocked out. I was like, look at God. God, like if
Yo,
you don't believe that God is real, Germany
that
got
goal
knocked
that
out.
Japan scored with the ball over the line, that was like that's divine intervention.
Bro, I was watching it at this Japanese restaurant. I think I was posting about it, like a Japanese restaurant next to me. And I saw like so many of the Japanese games with them or the Japan's games with them. And we were out, like, I'm there when there's, when they're closed after lunch or whatever. And they're just like, just come through. I'm drinking like different Negronis that I didn't even know you could make. Apparently there's a white one. That shit is blowing my mind. Anyways, that's for a later conversation. I'm living different these days.
You got the magic, man.
I'm living different, but like, so I'll come in. They'll get me a bunch of drinks. We'll be eating. And that game, we were outside, so like they set up the big screen outside. So it's like me and like 6 Japanese dudes, and we're just, and then we're just like watching this game, and we're just losing our minds because like you weren't just paying attention to the game, you were paying attention to the other game as well. So we're just like phone in hand, TV, and it's just like shit, and it's like then we're super drunk and we're just losing our minds in this like Brooklyn restaurant. But that game was so exciting. And at the end, seeing Ghana do the greatest thing I've ever seen, which is
lose.
If we're going to lose, we're going to make sure our arch enemies also go out. Like, it is the most vindictive, amazing thing I've ever seen.
That was the win right there for them.
Yes. They were celebrating it.
You know what made me calm for this World Cup? When Nigeria got knocked out in March, like, you know what? Everybody's gonna get hate. I don't even care.
Yeah, I'm always, even when Nigeria is there, I'm like the maximum pain possible for everyone.
Yeah,
that is my position, and I think as an Arsenal fan, you can understand where this is coming from.
100%.
But I'm always like, everyone needs to feel the same misery that I have felt.
Makes sense.
Like, I am not, when it comes to football, I am not here to make the world better.
No.
I do not care about people being happy.
No.
Please give me like the shots of the fans in heartbreak.
Listen, I said this before. We need golden goal back in VAR era. I need that. I need pain for people.
Imagine like, a golden goal and it gets called back.
I said this. I tweeted it. I was like, imagine like you go up 119th minute, right? They said it's a goal. But VR says no. They go back and hit you on a counterattack in the 119th and score.
Forget that. You lose in penalties then.
But the thing that I love though, just about like how this is set up, for example, how Brazil lost to Croatia. I literally tweeted like, hey, you know how, like, because Brazil were up in extra time, 5 minutes left, and they're dancing around. I was like, bro, have you not seen a Croatian game in your life? You need to kill them off.
Yes.
Like,
Fred is over there in the corner. What are you doing?
Croatia is like Cell from Dragon Ball Z.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that if one cell is still out there, they will come back and murder you.
Yes.
And so I was like, hey.
And Argentina, you know what Argentina did? Argentina punched him right in the mouth. Like,
Argentina was like, we're getting you out of here immediately. Like, Argentina's like, we're going to demoralize you. We're going to make sure that you never even think that there's a possibility of coming back.
They had all the dogs out in the field that day.
100%. Julian Alvarez's goal was just a backbreaker.
Bro, like, but the thing about that Argentina game, right, is that, like, the way that they were treating Messi was abusive.
Yeah.
Like, if you saw that in the streets of Brooklyn, you would call like Child Protective Services. Every time this little man got the ball, there were like 6 Croatians beating him up. Like, I've never seen Messi look up and it's just like
Help.
It's literally just like help. It's that scene from like the Winter Soldier where Captain America's in the elevator.
Yeah.
Literally, it's just like one's choking him, they got the arm, and they're tasing him at the same time. I was like, Messi, get rid of the ball, please.
What he did to Guardiola was so rude, though.
No, yeah, like
Guardiola was having a great tournament, and Messi was just like, you know what? Here's something for you to learn for the rest of your life.
but
Don't
that's
fuck with me.
vengeance, though.
Yeah.
Y'all been beating me up the whole game. I'm like, it's like when you're getting jumped, and I feel like I'm speaking from experience.
Oh, you are, because I've never been jumped. I'm up from
So
Detroit.
it's like when you're getting jumped, you look up and it's like 5, 6 dudes, right? Your mind is immediately like, I'm about to lose this really badly, but one of y'all is gonna get fucked up. This is like, that's it. It's like, I'm about to, like, you're gonna stomp me out, whatever. But this dude who's like right in front, I'm knocking him out.
It's like the Denzel meme.
Yeah, it's just like,
I'm leaving him with something.
yeah, one of y'all is getting
You gotta
hurt.
find that one that's food and just go get him.
Yeah, and so it was like y'all been beating him up, and then all of a sudden he's isolated. Oh my god, he looked at that young man like he was food.
Yeah,
because like when he turned around, he could have just passed it off. He's like, nah, I'm going back.
This is personal.
This is personal.
That's that shit in the video games. You throw your controller, you turn that shit off.
Bro, I was like, but the funny thing about that run though is like young Messi would have like glided past him, and I was like, this is just old man strength. This is old man determination because he's like moving his tiny feet super fast, but he's not going as fast as he used to. And he's like, yeah, I'm still gonna power through.
I will say the one thing I love about Morocco is that they've kind of had a roadmap for like not just African teams, but just like teams in general.
Yeah,
like,
it's called
just, like,
Inshallah.
No, it's not even that. Like, so in 09, they had their own academy, which like Claude Fontaine, like King Mohammed VI. VI, I know how to count Roman numerals. So I went to Catholic high school, yeah.
Or no, VI, sorry.
Six.
VI6.
I went to Catholic high school.
Yeah.
I didn't know that shit. So he 09 like spent like $16 million on the academy system. So it's like number 8, the center midfielder who broke out. Yusuf Esseneri, and then one other guy came from. They got a couple other guys from the academy. It's like you got 5 guys who are like now in Europe from your academy. It's like 13 years later, you mix them with your diaspora kids, and they've been scouting Hakimi since he was a kid, like 14. Like they've been doing this, like looking for all these younger talents. Like now they finally was like, you know what, this is it. Like I look at Nigeria, I'm like, y'all made me disgusted. You know what?
Come on, it's Nigeria though.
Yeah, but we expect that. You know?
Yeah, it's Nigeria.
Yeah,
if Nigeria got their shit together, that shouldn't be weird.
Yeah,
Nigeria be good though, man. Imagine,
but like, you know how weird it would be if like Nigeria was like
we had structure.
Like if come on, it's
no, I get that because that's like me in my life. If I had structure, how good I could be.
yeah.
That's
It's
how you
just
think
like
about it.
if like
We thrive off chaos.
if like Nigeria started actually realizing how incredible they can be and like working well, I would just lose my mind. I'm like, wow, I gotta find another team because this shit is out of control.
Like, could you imagine?
I'll support the U.S. men's national team.
Start from scratch.
Could you imagine Nigeria though, like all the like, let's say like right now, like the best diaspora kids in Nigeria right now, like our starting 11, probably be like what, like Alaba and.
So you bring Sane home.
Bring my boy home.
Sane is not Nigerian.
Bring my boy
I thought he
home.
was.
No, Sane is Cameroonian. Or something like that. One of
We'll
those.
take him.
Yeah,
Everyone's Nigerian now.
yeah. Everybody
Could've
is.
sworn
You're
he was
6
on that.
degrees separation from us.
Yeah.
We're the most populous African country. We're everywhere.
I'm sure Vincent Bubakar.
You search far back enough, there's one of us in your family.
There you go.
Yeah. It's like I'm thinking like Nigerian national team. Like I can't even pick a goalkeeper because whatever. But center back probably be Alaba and Fikayo. Left back would probably be.
Fikayo's so disappointing.
Not really.
That's just England.
Yeah, that's the England thing. But it's like,
dickheads.
damn, man.
Yeah, like we got like think about.
He could have played for Canada, but
was
also
the
like,
other
why
thing.
would he play for Canada?
Yeah.
I'm thinking. Now I'm generally
Not
trying
saying that Canada isn't good, but like,
I'm generally not trying to think about the best Nigerian 11 of like all of our diaspora kids. Like I know center back pair would be Alaba and Fikayo. That's settled for
What's
me.
fullbacks?
Fullbacks is where we now have an issue.
well, I think.
Well, you like Calvin Bassey plays for you guys.
He's a center back.
Yeah, he's center back.
But like, I
Calvin
think
Bassey's too big.
within the next 4 years, there's gonna be like Nigerian talent is always gonna come out, right?
100%.
Yeah.
Like
I
within 4
I
years,
just don't
we're gonna have
understand
a
why
ton of
Eze wants to play for England. Like Madison can't even play. Just come home. Stop being.
Eze.
dumb.
just look. Once he sees that, I think with the Nigerian national team, right? It's like you can try to convince players to come play for you with like various reasonings, right? Like just come play for your parents' home country or your home country, etc. But you need to show them something.
Yeah.
Right? Like you need to show them, you need to give them something. And like Nigeria we won the AFCON, right? But like you won AFCON. What are you doing with that? And like
Nothing.
we don't even make the World Cup. We're basically Italy.
Yeah.
So shit is sad.
Yeah. You know, I suppose Mo would do about that. I suppose Mo would do about like why he played for Nigeria. Goes, come on, bro. Like, why would I do that?
Yeah, it's like you gotta give them something,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
Nigeria should be the prestigious
African country.
African team. Like it should
I'm
be
not gonna- I'm not gonna lie.
Nigeria
I'm not
and
gonna-
Algeria.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When I saw Morocco get to the semifinal before Nigeria, I kind of
And
gritted my
Senegal.
teeth.
I love Senegal.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is like AFCON is so different because Morocco now, like everyone sees them winning AFCON, but that's how they're gonna lose to like some team from like Comoros or something.
Yeah.
Because that's what AFCON
One of the
is.
Congos.
Yeah, one of the two. Like South Sudan's gonna take all their
Mali
players.
is gonna wipe the floor with them.
Not even
Could you
Mali.
imagine losing to
Like,
Elon?
Mali plays so well.
It's
I
not even
love how Mali
Like, we're gonna
plays.
get Djibouti to beat.
Could you imagine losing to Elon Musk FC though?
South Africa?
Yeah, could you imagine losing to them?
The things I would have said about white South Africans cannot be on this.
Yeah, I can't.
I'm
fully-
gonna keep quiet
I
for
can't
my
fully-
chance
yeah.
at meeting Charlize Theron one time.
Oh, that is true.
No,
That is
but
true.
like
I can't say what I want to say about South Africa on this podcast either because that's on the OnlyFans shirtless plantain show.
No,
That's on the Patreon.
I'm
the
not-
extra cut.
I'm not gonna get caught up with my opinions on Elon Musk and the likes of
We are not going to
people
jail
who
over.
grew up in a white enclave
No,
in
no.
South Africa.
I do not.
Let's
believe-
just say
I don't believe. In
I don't
apartheid.
support their national team.
There you go.
Rest in peace, Nelson Mandela.
Yes,
yo.
please.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can say about that.
Yes.
But the World Cup's been good, man. Like I've really enjoyed it. Chaotic as I don't know what. Like it's so nice to see people who've never watched the sport like get into it, and
Yeah.
like they have the most precious tweets in the world because it makes me laugh. Like someone's like, "Wait, this goalkeeper's good." I was like, "Wait, Hugo Lloris? What?"
Oh, that was
That's
a
a
funny
legitimate
one.
question.
I'm
joking.
Someone said Hugo Lloris is the best goalkeeper of the generation. I was like, excuse me?
He says a generational.
Bro, he is
keeper.
the son of a banker. There's no way we would allow him
Exactly.
to be the best goalkeeper of any generation.
No.
I'm sorry. You can't come from real money and then talk about, like, Hugo, no.
Nope.
Hugo Lloris isn't, like, it's Hugo Lloris.
Yo.
He even has like a prim and proper name, Hugo Lloris.
Hugo.
Yeah. Yo, craziest thing about France though is just like, I love Deschamps because he's been there 10 years. He just does not give a shit. What anybody...
he is a scammer. He's a true scammer. I said he's gonna troll him. He's gonna troll his way into history. Like,
And he did.
the man has done. He's taken France with all the talent and made them play in a way that's annoying to everyone. But also, he's so successful that your annoyance makes you look like the crazy one.
Like I tweeted it, like literally, Susie brings up Randall Colomouani. I'm just like, this guy has seen his midfield struggle all game. He brings up another striker. Guess what Colomouani does? Scores with his first touch. I'm
Man.
gonna say, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not saying anything about Deschamps anymore.
He's just like, we're gonna score a goal and then we're gonna park the bus. And then we're going to be put under pressure for like 60 minutes. And then you know what we're going to do? We're going to score and win. And then you're going to be mad. But we're going to be going to the final. And there's nothing you can do about it.
You know how this vibes manager is? He's like the weirdo vibes manager.
He's not a vice manager. He literally...
He is the negative vibes manager
Yeah,
in
there
the
you
sense
go.
of like, you know, some managers are just bad vibes. Mourinho, third season.
Yes.
Like, just bad vibes. He will... Your team will play poorly because they hate each other. He removes the vibes completely of the manager. He's a zero. He's non-existent. He lets the players' vibes carry them through. Like France normally has good vibes. Even when they have bad vibes, it's still better vibes than everyone else, right? They love each other. They like legitimately like each other now.
Where's Raymond Dominic?
And it's like, look how Mbappe looks at Giroud's eyes. You don't see that sort of romance anywhere.
No.
Like Meg Ryan wasn't even giving you that, right? Like you used to get that from like prime Julia Roberts. That's sort of like intimacy. That's what you used to get.
That's Pretty Woman right there.
Yes, that's Pretty Woman. That's what's happening with France. France is giving you like 10 out of 10 Pretty Woman vibes. But that's because it's like he doesn't interfere with them. Remember like the 2018, you were just having like Pogba's basically like the leader of that team, like inspiring that team.
Yeah.
And like he would just be in the background, like as the manager, like these players know how to play. You just set them up in the structure. They know how to play, give them the structure, and don't interfere with them. Like you manage as far as like making sure that everybody feels that they're contributed and that they're wanted. Nobody feels isolated, but you don't overreach, right? Which is again like the Mourinho problem is like he is the center of attention.
Always.
He controls the thing.
That's low key a catch-22 because Deschamps kind of in a here's the structure, you guys figure it out. But they figured it out.
No, but like in 2018, I wrote about a wonderful thing that he does, and I think if you watch the 2018 and you watch this team, he gives everybody on the field a partner, right? Like in 2018, it was like Giroud and Griezmann were partners, like Pogba and Kante were partners. Like everybody has a partner that covers their weaknesses. Like you knew Pogba is not that aware defensively. Like he has the ability to play really good defensively, but he's not like he likes to dribble, he likes to shoot, he likes to pass, and sometimes he'll forget his assignment. You know who's not going to forget his assignment? N'Golo Kante.
You know why?
The man is led by God.
Do you know why? And it goes back to what I'm saying. Expected dog. Kante grew up poor. Bring up your pores.
Yeah, but like Kante also walks with grace. He walks in the light.
He is God.
That man.
He's a devout Muslim, man. Shout out him.
Prays more than that man prays more than is actually required. So, like, but it's like if you have Pogba and you look at Pogba's like strengths and weaknesses, you give him someone that covers the weaknesses, and you give Kante someone who like could play to his strengths. And so it's like Giroud isn't fast, isn't like he isn't like fast or like he's not gonna give you that dynamism. But with him and Griezmann is like a hummingbird. He's just all over the place.
Hey, listen, all blackface aside, that's a crazy way to start.
All blackface aside.
That's a crazy way to start a sentence.
All blackface aside.
That's like completely wiping out that from history right there. Almost.
That is
He's basically Chet Hanks.
Yeah, but listen,
Man.
all blackface aside, that man right there has had an amazing
He's had one of the best World Cups. And it was the problem with him at Barcelona, right? They looked at Griezmann and they were just like changing him. Yeah. And it's like Griezmann as a traditional playmaker, like almost as a box-to-box playmaker, because he's really good defensively. And he's also an incredible playmaker. It's like you put him with Giroud, who just like one of his best aspects is give him the ball, he'll return like one touch pass and he'll get it to you and he'll move. And now that in the last few years, like since 2018 or even before that, he is just so good at like making that near post run or just like getting to ball. You put that in the air, that huge hunk of French meat is gonna jump up there. And he's putting that, the way he bodied Harry Maguire. Like, Harry Maguire has a head that weighs like 2 tons. Yeah. And Giroud told that man that he was too small.
Yeah, too little.
Too little.
I'll give you a fun fact. Morocco's coach and Giroud, they were together at Grenoble.
Yeah, that's why he hugged him after the match. That's the first person he went to.
He knew greatness. He knew that he was among greatness.
Yeah.
But like I've always been I've always been supportive of him. Like
you know when I became a fan of Giroud? Remember when he was playing for Arsenal and like he had that affair and like he tweeted about it? The tweet's still up. That's what I was like, you know what, man? There
was a picture of him in the hotel room. I was like, bro, Colo Touré already went through this. Why are we back here again? Like,
but that's what Giroud said. I want to apologize to everybody, but more specifically Arsenal and my wife. I'm like,
he
you know
is a classic himbo.
Yeah.
Like, he's a classic himbo.
He really is.
Yeah. But I always thought, like, Giroud was unfairly criticized in the sense that he doesn't have traditional attributes that you would look for from a striker.
No. Yeah.
And, like, his misses used to be so bad that you forget, like, how often he would score. Right? It's like, if someone's missing from 2 yards, that's what sticks in your mind. Not that they just scored a banger. Like,
I hope Higuain's doing well.
But it's like that scorpion kick he scored for Arsenal. But like, Giroud scores bangers. Like, that is his thing.
You watch Giroud's highlight tape, right? Just the best goal he's ever scored. It's up there with some of them.
Bro, it is just pure bangers.
You're going to see that France goals. You're going to see the highlights of those France goals, and you're going to think he's the second coming of Christ.
Listen,
Haaland jumping up in the air and scoring that. I was like, Giroud does that.
Yeah. Like, listen, like Giroud, Ibrahimovic, Van Basten, like
all those tall strikers.
Like, think about the mix we're putting him in right now.
Yeah. No, but like Giroud scores like as an AC Milan fan, I'm like, bro, he scores bangers.
He did one this season.
Critical goals though. It's never just like bangers at the beginning of the match. It's like
in his defense, he's been a lot sharper for Milan.
Yeah, and it's like you need a goal to win the title. Yeah. You're 0-0 heading into 89th minute. It's not Zlatan that you're giving the ball to. Get the ball anywhere to that like very, very, like, get it to Giroud, and this man is gonna find a way to put that ball in. And that, most of the times, I'm just like, it's not even him. We have angels in the penalty box. Like, they are carrying him every time.
Quickly, like, World Cup's been great. I can't believe going back to club football soon.
Next week?
26, bro. What's today's date?
United have something with
11
Burnley
days.
on the 21st.
Yeah, we
Who's
play.
watching United, bro?
We
Come
play
on,
next
like,
Wednesday.
This is
Just covering the
2022.
We
Like,
play
It's a
Wednesday.
feel-good thing these days,
yeah,
you know
like
that?
they don't even have a shirt sponsor anymore.
Yeah,
I know, it's nice.
Club's getting spoiled, sold though.
I know,
I'm so
that's
excited.
it's coming, man.
What was it? What was the former sponsor? Team
Viewer.
Team viewer, yeah.
Good,
Come on.
good computer app, by the way.
I wouldn't know. I would not know.
Accountant.
Yeah, I would
There
not
you go.
know.
Yeah.
I touch grass and snow every day. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not.
What type of snow?
I-
What type of snow?
Yeah.
Yeah, you really
I
gotta
gotta pay rent. like Jesus.
We got Zito GC over here.
I gotta look. Not all of us could work for CBS Golazo.
Hey, first and foremost.
Some of us got to be on the block.
First and foremost, please do not bring up my employer.
That's what I'm saying. I don't have an employer in my bio on Twitter.
I don't either.
They don't.
I definitely don't.
They don't have me
Views on my
computers computing. I'm just at home.
own. Views on my own, please.
Views ain't even mine. I don't even know who my views are, honestly.
All I'm saying is like some of us don't have work. I'm unemployed.
Zito, what have you been up to outside of soccer?
I'm unemployed, bro.
Yeah.
You
I've
fun
just
employed
been-
or unemployed?
Huh?
You fun employed or
Just
unemployed?
chilling.
How was LA? How was London?
I'm still unemployed. Those mean nothing to me. How was LA? LA was dope. LA
Zito
was-
texted me and it was just like, yo, I'm back in town. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, like
I mean, I'm not even gonna say what we said before the episode started. Caught me off guard completely.
yeah, but no, LA was nice. London
Yeah.
was nice.
Yeah.
What was I even doing in London?
Soho Farmhouse, probably.
I was in Oxford for Soho Farmhouse, and then I went to London afterwards
Yeah.
and caused some chaos, and then came home.
Happens.
Went to LA.
It'd be like that.
Caused some
International
chaos and went
incidents.
home.
Yeah. Listen, you know, sometimes we got to get out and touch grass.
Yeah, like what are they gonna do to me?
You gotta
in
catch a
London?
flight to touch grass, but you know.
Yeah.
What are they gonna
Touch
do to
grass.
me in London, bro?
I don't know. They got a king now, so
Yeah, like the Queen died. They
Yeah.
got nothing left.
no.
They're in tatters, bro.
Yeah.
They had him on the ropes that day. They should have done something.
The tweet that I put out about the Queen, ridiculous. They should have never let me back in after that.
What did you say?
Huh? I'm not saying that, bro. After the shit that I went through, I'm not bringing that back up. I survived. Like
I threw a parade
I've
that
had to
day.
deal with monarchists and Taylor Swift fans in like 2 consecutive weeks.
Yeah.
I was going through hell.
I don't know why you behaved
Which one
like
was
that.
worse?
It's probably the Swifties.
Yeah. They'll come for you.
Yeah, they were like, because they're weird. They don't want to hurt your mental health, but they're also telling you to kill yourself.
Yeah.
And it's just like, if you have suicidal ideations, I'm sorry, but you should kill yourself. I'm like, I know you're like 13 years old, but that
Trigger
doesn't make any sense.
Trigger warning, die. Like,
Yeah,
what?
I'm like, I need you to help me understand where we're going with this.
Makes no
I'm just
sense.
on the train of understanding, and
Yeah.
I need you to like find a destination.
Your book's coming out soon.
I do have a book. I was actually on the phone with a publisher today.
Yeah.
She was asking for evidence that I've been working. You know, you can't just see somebody traveling the world
Yeah.
all the time. You're like, this motherfucker's not writing.
They want that rough copy.
Yeah,
The
she's
first
like,
draft.
She's like, he's not writing anything.
You got some cool friends, man. Fool's 30 for 30. We got a fucking.
I know. Look at this.
I'm just a
crazy.
guy, bro. I'm just a guy.
We got to think. We got
Published author.
I'm unemployed.
Yeah. He always.
You,
says-
you are unemployed though
I am
because
unemployed.
you're of free will, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm over here filling out the unemployment benefits.
Fair enough.
You lying.
You know
Listen.
how much they ask for Cobra insurance?
Listen.
They don't teach you that in school.
I always laugh when like someone randomly was like, "Oh, you know Zito?" I'm like, "Let me tell you how I met this
How
man."
much time you got?
You know, I met this man. I met this man in a club.
Bro, that's not.
I met this man in a
I was
club.
young back then. I was still wearing like V-neck t-shirts.
Yeah.
That shit was a wild time for all of us.
Yeah, listen, I was still living in Bushwick, man. Like I was, that
Oh,
was,
that's a long time ago.
yeah, I was not living right. Probably, I can't remember.
I feel like I've just always popped up randomly though. Like that was a
Always.
random one. The LA.
Oh yeah, then we ready to. So I'm in LA, right?
Yeah.
Like last year, I'm in LA,
Yeah.
and I get a text message like I'm outside. See what the fuck
I
are
was
you doing?
outside.
I'm
Like,
out.
so me and Zito link in LA.
That's
Randomly.
cute.
And he hits a girl in the head with a ball.
Bro, she should have ducked.
And the worst part is, I'm with Koopa, and
I megged the shit out of her,
He
bro.
definitely megged the shit
Oh,
out of
that was
Koopa,
that.
yeah.
If there's one thing about me, it doesn't matter the occasion. Somebody's getting diced up.
Okay, it doesn't matter the gender or sex.
I respect it.
And I was hurt. This is one leg.
What's the injury?
Bro, there's a litany of them.
Well,
Like,
they're
my
not
body
injured,
is
they're
a
just
social
existing.
experiment at this point.
Yeah.
If I wasn't so handsome, it would be terrible.
Yeah.
But
You make the shit
I'd
out of
make the
Koopa.
shit out of Koopa. And then, again, that girl should have ducked. Remember how much shit I was talking to Jordan O'Brien at that place?
Yeah.
I had no idea who Jordan O'Brien was, right? Let's just put that out there.
Yep.
So they had this like tiny little field and like this goal or whatever. And everybody's shooting at the goal. I'm watching her shoot, like she's really good, but like in that day, she's like dressed up. So she's like missing. I was like, this is sad to see. As a fan of the sport, this is just breaking my heart.
Yeah.
So I'm over here like, let me show you how it's done. So of course I'm hitting bangers, right? Like left foot, right foot. Come on. Like I was born in the game. I was molded by it. Right? And so I'm hitting bangers and I'm just talking cash shit to this woman. Like just pure cash shit. Like it's me in any occasion, right? I could be next to God. If Jesus had taken the form of like a 16-year-old soccer player, I would be telling him like, bro, I know what happened in your last life. Like, you don't want that to happen again. Like, I was talking cash shit to this woman. And then afterwards, they were like, oh yeah, that's Jordan O'Brien. And I was like, oh.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't know if I should apologize. But like it's too late. Like I've already said some like unforgivable things to this
Running the mouth for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But listen,
I was getting free drinks. Aaron Duran was there. Yeah.
Shout out to him.
Like, shout out to him. That man is the international man of, not even international man of mystery, but like he's worldwide West, but like
Soccer.
in a white dude.
Listen,
So what? How to go war?
he sent me
Worldwide
a kid.
Wally
he
or
sent me
something.
he sent me a kid the other day. Shout out to him, man. Legend. Absolute legend. Like, listen, the soccer industry is crazy because just like we're friends with so many big movers in the industry, and I'm just like, why? are
You just gotta be
with me?
friends with like the cool people because there's a lot of dweebs in it as well, right? Like Aaron is really, really cool. Like both Aarons, like Aaron West and like Aaron Duran, very cool. Like, you know, me as someone who's like always on the margins purposely, like I'm never gonna be with like, it's like when I used to go to MLS Cup, like the big events, you just have a bunch of, I'm just gonna say like a bunch of dweebs in one place and they're all trying to big time you. I'm like, we're not even in the same world. Like I'm about to leave in like 20 minutes because I got other shit to do that's more interesting than this. And so, but like there's cool people that you'll just like see up and it's like, oh yo, what's up? Like blah blah. Like Zola Short, who used to work for Adidas, Zola's my guy. Like I'll see him at MLS Cup. And it's just like, look at this man. He's living the life. Like he's almost like, I've never seen a person with that sort of position who's low key. And then you realize who he's married to.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, this motherfucker's just been keeping secrets from me.
I will say though, the soccer industry in America has changed a lot, and like it's gonna change a lot, especially in the next 4 years. I will say like, I don't know what the media coverage will look like in the next 4 years, but it's interesting to see like who's gonna pop out and who's not gonna pop out, who's getting opportunities, who's not. It's gonna be cool to see like what's gonna happen next 4 years.
You don't want the gates tightened now, do you?
He wants to make a lot of money. Like he wants to be front and center, making a shit ton of money.
Dancing on
Look
the
at you can
videos.
see the money in his eyes. This is the true Nigerian coming
It's not
to
even me. All I'm saying is this: at the
You
end
just
of
see
the,
like oil. You just see,
I'm Yoruba. First of all, the first thing I'm gonna do is get Ashake to have a big party.
bro. He just wants all the money. This man said, "I can't wait to see what happens." Bro, you just want to be front and center.
Me front and center? Nah, I'm not Diddy, man. I'm not in the videos,
No,
man. Nah,
he wants the dough.
nah.
I love the dough.
That's not
more
me,
than
man.
you
Diddy in
ever
the
know.
news for the wrong reason these days, man. You don't want to
Diddy
be Diddy.
don't care, man. His
He
name
don't
is
care. He
Love.
got
Bro,
bread.
it's okay. So, like,
All I just want to do is just wear.
there's a lot of money that's gonna be involved.
I just want to wear Issey Miyake and chill out. That's all I want to do.
That's gonna be the fit for that summer. I'll tell you right
all
now.
Issey everything.
All Issy pants all over the place.
I just dress like a regular person. bro.
Yeah. I don't pull out my Issey Miyake
Yeah,
pants.
I
in the
dress
winter.
I don't
like-
even know what they are, honestly.
I dress like I
I
still
go
I
by
had
what
a
you
pair of
said.
Issey Miyake pants in the first episode, the second episode.
Did I? Yeah, I did.
You did.
See,
exactly.
look at that watch though. Look, like
Okay.
he's been flashing that watch this whole time.
Have I? It's
He's
just been
like-
sitting here, man.
He's like, boom, he's flying the shit out of you.
It's crazy.
Like he has it right next to the light. He just
Isn't it
you're
fine?
treating me
Oh.
like it's the shit is like a microscope and I'm the ant. Like he's just trying to like fuck
Like
my
the
eye.
ant, like
yeah.
fried up.
Yeah.
Insane.
This
Man,
man's rich. You got an Apple Watch? I know how much those shits cost.
it was a gift.
From who? Exactly.
Anyway,
Exactly.
I'm not
Wealthy
gonna.
people,
We're
bro.
gonna edit that part
Exactly.
out. Watch your mouth.
Exactly. Rich people.
Watch your mouth.
I'm among the wealthy right now.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I feel like fucking Tom Sawyer.
Zito,
Like, I'm
what you
just
been
eating a bunch of
Zito, what have you been listening to, music
What
wise?
have I been listening to? the little Batman soundtrack
From this year's movie, the Batman soundtrack.
Yeah, that
Nice.
shit is amazing. Like that shit makes me feel like I'm about to enact vengeance as I'm drinking my chai latte. Like I'm walking in the morning, just like dun dun dun.
This man is not a real person.
It's a good score though.
What else have I been listening to? The SG album.
Okay.
It's just a lot of violence. It's a lot of gang violence.
Okay.
And sometimes I need that in my life as I'm taking meetings with brands. So, you know,
Fair
you
enough.
can only use the word like deliverable so many times before you want to like cause people bodily harm.
You not listening to music from Detroit? No Sada Baby?
I still listen to Sada Baby, but like
Detroit rap's good also these
Detroit
days.
rap is just funny. Like sometimes I just don't want to laugh. Life's too hard. I'm not looking. I'm not looking for some hee hee. I'm looking for some like blah blah.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I think one of the funniest things Sada Baby ever said was like, "Big ass gonna look like Larry Marketing."
I love that line.
That's a top 5 all
like,
time.
You gotta like shimmy your shoulders when he says that, because like you can imagine him dancing to it.
For no arguments, big ass shotgun, look like Lori Marketing.
And I'm like, big ass, look like Lori Marketing.
You know what's one of the greatest rap lines I've heard in the last couple of years?
What's up?
Princess Cuts by what's it called? Heady One.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He was
goes,
like,
my young boy got the stick like
Moses with the Israelites, and I was like, stop the song right now.
You're gonna cause
I
it.
stop it and I start it like at least 3 times every time just to
I
hear
was
it.
like, come on, bro.
I can't
And
believe
he's saying
it.
it with that like hard English accent.
Yeah.
Too. He's saying it with that like ghetto English accent. I'm like, bro, when did you even read that story? He read that in prison. I know you read that in jail. You would have never learned about Moses if you were a good man.
He said something on his new album that made me so happy Ghana's out. He's like, you know, I had to take a flight to Accra. Why they put egg in my salad? And I was just like, that's why I want Ghana out. Because y'all put egg in everything. For
They
no
really
reason.
do just walk around with eggs. They look like fucking Pokemon trainers, bro.
Listen, Ghanaians, if you're listening, can you tell me why y'all like eggs so much? I
The
don't
hard
understand.
boiled eggs, bro. Like that shit is not delicious.
They don't even
How
fry
much
it.
protein do you need in one day?
They eat
That's
Motherfuckers
a lot
not
of
even
protein,
working out. They just like protein.
for no reason.
Just like harming chickens of the world.
Yeah.
Walking past chickens, all the chickens like, wow, this nigga just got our babies just in their pocket.
And that's why will miss.
Oh no.
But that's football heritage.
Yeah.
That's just football heritage, bro. Like even when
His dad gotta be so pissed.
Alphonso Davies missed, I was like, it's a Ghanaian in him.
Yeah.
He spent a little bit of time in Ghana. Look how it rubbed off on him. If that man would have went straight from Liberia to like Canada, he would have scored that goal.
Or if he went to spend time in Nigeria a little bit, he would have definitely scored.
If he spent time in Nigeria, he wouldn't have even been at that level, bro. He would have been a businessman. He would have been a pharmacist.
He would have been a rapper.
Yeah, they would have made him turn into an engineer.
I'm crying. The pharmacist.
He would have been an Afrobeats artist.
Bro, yes, he would be over there beefing with Burna Boy.
Yes.
Like Burna would have had his people shoot at him and fly to Spain the next day.
Listen, Nigeria's not a real place, man.
It's not, bro. It is.
It's not a.
It is a social experiment.
Nigerians are a social experiment. Nigeria is a social
But
experiment.
like my thing about Nigeria though is that like Nigerians are so successful in spite of the shit that we come from. Where like if you look at how that country's go. To be fair, so many countries' governments are just ass, right? Like Morocco national players are just like fuck our government, and like I kept saying like when the Moroccan players were fighting the French players, I was like, brothers, they're not the enemy. Macron is right there.
He's the one that coming up with new policies.
Yeah, I'm like, your governments are right there, bro.
The oppressor is right
Like,
there.
exactly. Let's come together.
Okay.
We all hate our governments.
But
Let's come
like
together.
Nigeria's government. Oh my God! Listen, it's just that country is just not a real thing. Like every time I think about Nigeria and Nigerians in itself, like why are we like? I knew Nigerians weren't real people when like my uncles. Like I don't think I've ever told you the story. So I have uncles who spent 10 years, 15 years in Russia. So they left Nigeria, went to Russia, then came to America. So when I got my like back in the day when I got my Benz, like I got it from my uncles, and I went to go to their dealership and I hear them speaking Russian. I'm like, why y'all speaking Russian? And then immediately they switched from Russian to Yoruba. I was like, okay. So then I went to my uncle's car. He's like, yo, can you grab something? And he has a 1995, do you know those 2-door long Mercedes? He had that.
Yeah.
And the door was heavy. And I was like, why is the door heavy? He's like, oh, it's bulletproof. And I was like, why do you have a gun? He was like, I mean, I don't know. It's like I'm Nigerian in Baltimore. It's like, you know what? That's when I realized, we might not be a real
it's just,
bunch of people.
It's because we're everywhere, man. It's so many of us.
Too many.
It's so many of us.
Like,
I was like, I could go to Antarctica right now, live with the polar bears, and the first person I would see is a Nigerian saying like, "Hey, how long have you been here?" And I'm like, "God damn it, man!"
So, listen, Matt Rule tweeted a picture of him eating pounded jam, and I was like, you know what? There's too many of us. Like, why?
We have so much influence, and I think when other Africans get upset at how people automatically associate Africa with Nigeria, I'm like, because it's fair, but the problem is there's a lot of us and we travel a lot. Like, we're nomadic as shit. Yeah. Like, you'll see Nigerians in every corner of the world, bro. Like, I'm telling you, go to like the depths of the Indian Ocean right now, like the bottom. I'm telling, like, go to the bottom of it. There's a Nigerian with some plantains, just like
100% in India right now. There's someone making biryani and jalap.
Oh, 100%,
bro. Like, we're everywhere, man. And like sometimes I'm like, dog.
Annoying.
I just don't want to see y'all, and then I see them, and I'm like, damn, we're back here again.
Yeah.
I'm like, please let me get some Senegalese in my life.
It's funny though, because Nigerians and Indians are the same. Because you guys see each other out in the middle of nowhere, and it's just like,
yeah, I'm just like, bro.
I was walking somewhere in Brooklyn, near my crib, right in Best Eye, and I hear this uncle. It was a train station. I'm on the G, and I hear this uncle just screaming in Yoruba. So I like greet him, and he's like. Looked around. I was like, "Why?" He looked at me. I was just like, "Why are you speaking this?" I'm like,
"Hey, bro, we are everywhere, man." Yeah. Like before the 2018 World Cup, so I don't know if you know him, like Tunde. He works at Sony Music.
Of course, I know Tunde.
Yeah, of course. So like Tunde invited me to like the sort of this event at Cafe Azul.
Okay.
Whatever. Right. And so
mixing spot.
We went there. And it was just like this huge Nigeria event because Nigeria was going to play England before the World Cup.
Okay.
Fun fact, Burna Boy performed there. That was his first time performing that same night.
Was it Cafe Azul? Was it, what's it called? The spot in Bed-Stuy, the small one.
It's one of them. I was outside. Okay. I was drunk.
Okay.
So we were outside and it was like, it's a Nigerian party. So there's so many different Nigerians. And then I started realizing, bro, there's so many tribes in Nigeria. It's like the smaller people. And it's like, bro, what does Edo even mean?
They get so mad. That's the funniest thing is like when
I know who they are. Please don't kill me.
Like the people from like Tiv and like the smaller people, they get so mad.
Like it's like three of you. They're like claim to be a tribe. There's like three of you.
They were like,
there's not three of them. There's more.
They were like, oh wait, I'm not Yoruba. I'm not Igbo. Not Hausa. I'm like.
Yeah, because you told me about the big three. I've known nothing beyond the big three. So
yeah, I mean,
it's like the Igbos are LeBron. The Yoruba people are like D-Wade. And then the House are like Chris Bosh.
Is that how it is?
Not Chris Bosh. They're more so like
Lonzo Moore. No, I'm joking. Please don't murder me.
No. Chalmers?
No.
Wow.
I don't know.
They're more like Carlos Delfino.
Okay. Wow. All right. When we get murdered, you know where it is to kill him, not me. I'm innocent. I've always loved all the tribes of Nigeria. I am going to bring us together.
We're not gonna happen.
I'm here.
That is absolutely not gonna happen.
I am the catalyst.
That's not gonna happen.
No, could you imagine if that happened?
What?
If all of Nigeria got together like that?
If what? Would I be mad at it?
No, I'm saying, could you imagine if it ever happened?
Then we'd have world peace, and there's no such thing as world
talking
peace.
About world peace,
world peace,
legitimately world peace.
Like, it's not gonna happen in a country that big, where like they still got Sharia law in certain parts of the country. That ain't happening.
Crazy.
No, yeah. But yeah, it's a wild place, bro. Yeah. But
Zito, we're gonna wrap this up. 90th minute, you score a goal. And like you lift up your shirt. What does it say?
Why would I lift up my shirt, bro? It would probably be a QR code to my website.
Okay.
Where it's just gonna be my face saying I'm better than you.
Pre-order the book?
Not even pre-order the book. Well, the book is gonna sell. Come on. I don't need you to pre-order the book. The book is. I'm moving it the same way Pusha T moved cocaine. Like
that's the most Zito answer ever. A QR code to my face. I'm better than
like,
you.
It's just me looking at you. Like, damn, imagine if you could do this.
Not even a picture of him. He could just put a picture on him, but he's gonna have the QR code.
Like, come on. Like, but 90th minute. The thing is, like, if it was the 90th minute, if I'm scoring a goal, I'm probably still hungover, so I just want nobody around me. I'm just like, bro, my head hurts so much.
We got Jermaine Pennant over here.
Man, the famous tweet about... Here's the thing. Let me clarify something for people on Twitter. You remember that tweet where everybody always brings up when I missed one-on-one with the goalkeeper?
Yeah.
When I was playing for Detroit City FC?
Yeah.
I just want to clarify that I was hungover for that. Everybody knows. The coach knew. He literally at halftime looked at me. He was like, you went out last night. I was like, how could you tell? Is it because I'm sweating and breathing heavily right now? Like, part of that was because the goalkeeper was good. Another part was because our boy was in his last legs. I was dying. It's not going to stop people from making the jokes. I just wanted to clarify the fake news that is consistently out there. There's a lot of disinformation in this world. And I just want to say, the context is, I was hungover. And I'd do it again. But I was hungover back then as well.
Oh, yeah. Quickly, what do you think about Arsenal this season? The season starts up again.
Gabriel Jesus just got injured for 3 months with a knee injury. So I'm back to drinking a lot. No, I think we've done exceptionally well. I think being an Arsenal fan, the way that I always put it is like you watch the games with just like expecting bad things to happen to you. Like even when Arsenal's playing well, I'm like, how long is God going to let this pass before he punishes us for having the audacity to be happy again? And
you guys are really fucking happy this year, too.
And look what happened. The punishment came. Like, it was...
Hey, listen, my group chat's 3 Arsenal fans in the group chat, just me. All day I hear Wenger this and Arsenal that. I was like, God...
It's the house that Wenger built.
I was like, God needs to punish y'all so bad.
It's the
that
house
punishment
he built.
was swift.
Oh, no. Like, as soon as he went down, I was like... We saw this coming. Yeah. It's up to Eddie now.
I was gonna say you believe in Eddie, right?
Yeah, it's
again. We all will go full circle.
Up to Marlo Stanfield.
We always go full circle on the podcast. Eddie is Ghanaian. You know what he has in his pocket?
An egg.
And that's where we end the podcast.
Yes,
he's laying an egg this season.
Boom.
Don't you dare!
And ladies and gentlemen, we are out. Thank you everyone for listening. Peace.
Take your shirt off. Take your shirt off. Plenty. Plenty.